Hey guys, welcome to my ocean watercolor tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you guys what products I use and a step-by-step guide on how to create this piece. So I use the Winsor & Newton 45 pan watercolor set. And for paper, I use the Fabriano watercolor paper with 300 GSM. First of all, I masked down my watercolor paper with just some painter's masking tape I just got from Bunnings. Nothing specific, just some basic masking tape, but preferably painting one so that it doesn't rip the paper up when you pull it off. The brushes that I use are the IronLak watercolor brush pens. They already have water stored inside it, so you don't have to have a pot of water next to you. First, I'll put down a light wash of colour so I know where to separate the beach and the water. And then I'll just find the colours that will fit perfectly for this piece depending on what picture you're going off. You can use more greens or more pure blue colours. I've found that this watercolour paper reacts quite differently from normal watercolour paper. The way that the brush strokes seep into the paper gives it like ripple effects, so that makes the ocean quite easy to make. And then I'll just start to fill in the whole space with different colours, not just using the same colour, and using more water to get a lighter coat rather than a really intense pigment. And then I will just do a light wash where the sea foam will be so that it's not just going over a blank white piece of paper. For the beach, I use mainly oranges, pinks and yellows, like a more peachy beach, depending on what you would prefer. You could do more browns. It all depends what photo you're going off or how you picture it in your imagination. So I'm basically just building up colour in certain areas to give the beach more depth, and I'm also overlapping it with that light blue wash that we did for the sea foam, just so there's no blank white space. And for the sea foam, I'll be using the IronLak Heavy Body Acrylic paint, and that works perfectly because it's more of a thick consistency that I can just plunk it on and it'll stay thick. It won't just move around a lot. So I'm just filling in the sea foam, moving it around a bit. It won't matter too much where you put it, as long as you're happy with where the water's breaking. And then to make the sea foam stand out a bit more, I'll add some darker colours at the bottom where the sea foam hits the sand. And then with my IronLak Pump Action 1mm bullet nib paint marker, I'll just add some little breaks of waves in the ocean. And then with some bright fun colours, I'm just adding some little umbrellas and towels all over the beach. Remembering when you add the umbrellas to add a light kind of dark blue cast behind them, so it looks realistic with the shade moving behind them. And then just some people in the water, making sure that you put a shadow behind them so it looks more realistic and not just a dot of someone. And then I'll just put my signature down the bottom with a white gel marker. And then I'll start to rip off the purple tape, and as you can see, it leaves a really clean line and no watercolour seeps through. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want me to do any other tutorials of some of the artworks I've done for future videos.